I change clothes like my hoes. I love designer, and I change my flows like who knows. I want the commas, many Hondas.
Okay guys, so I got a date real soon, and before you guys even say anything, yes, otakus like myself are still social people and we can go out and enjoy ourselves. But before we even get to that, I just had to make something about JJK because this season 2, it's been good, don't get me wrong, I've been enjoying it, but there's a glaring issue that we have to discuss, and we're gonna get into that right now. But before you do that, make sure like and subscribe, comment, share with a friend, share the channel, go check out the other videos, man, continue loving the content. But here we go with this video. I've been hearing the rumors and I didn't want them to be true. Honestly, this thing called confirmation bias, where you believe in something, so you already kind of have a bias towards that belief because you already wanted to believe it in the first place. But whatever the case may be, what I've been hearing about, basically they've been saying that JJK's animation and production just hasn't been that good as it can be. And I'm here to tell you guys that it kind of is true. Now, we're not going to name any studios here because hint, hint, some of these studios get a little offended. Some of these big companies and entities get a little offended when you point them out for their bad deeds. And I had a copyright strike on this channel and I am not eager to get another one. So I'm going to leave out the names. But plus, it's one of my favorite studios anyway, which is the only hint I'll ever give you. But it's a good studio. It's just, I think they're just overworking the animators and the producers and the editors. And I think that's what's going on right now. And that's what I've been hearing a lot lately. Japan tends to have this culture of, you know, overworking their employees and just their working class people. And I think it's really manifesting because let's be realistic, guys. Episode 13 and 14 in season 2, yes, the content was good, but if you really watch, just really go back and watch. I implore you to go back and rewatch it. The fight scenes are just, it seemed like they were trying to be a little bit poetic, which is fine. Everyone loves them a little bit of poetry in their animation, but it just seemed like they were just, you know, pressed for time. And a lot of the scenes, like literally the scene where Toji appears in that final episode, in the most recent episode, where he appears out of that domain expansion, it just was kind of like abstract. Like I couldn't really tell what was going on. The fight scenes were dog shit. Like, let's be realistic, dog shit. They could have been so much better. Like, compare the first couple of episodes to what's going on now. It feels like a whole nother anime that we're watching. I'll be realistic with you guys. And don't get me wrong, animation does seem to dwindle, you know, as time goes on. And then we've seen it in a lot of anime, but this is really outrageous. And I think they're really doing Jujutsu Kaisen injustice by, you know, rushing the animation, because again, this anime is already not that long. We know it's almost over. The Shibuya arc is one of the best arcs, so I think we're gonna get a cases of another is Fullmetal Alchemist and the Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, where Brotherhood was the anime where it got its justice and everything was done correctly, but then the actual Fullmetal Alchemist was just crazy with a crazy ending, and they just went off script and just started doing their ending. I hope and pray that this doesn't happen with Jujutsu Kaisen, which I doubt it will, but it's just really crazy, guys. Like, the end, literally, really go back and watch animation. And I hate to spoil this for you guys because I know it kind of spoils it. Like, you don't notice it until someone points it out to you. But that was the thing. I was scrolling on YouTube or Reddit. You know how I am. I get bored and I get into my degenerate ways, and I'm just scrolling on YouTube, and they were just like explaining how the animation had gotten so bad. And honestly, I will, like, you can tell, like, at this point the studio is really starting to like lose their grip. Maybe because they have a lot going on. Hint, hint, Attack on Titan is supposed to be dropping soon. I still haven't seen it. I don't know. It's the final season should be here, but they've been working on a lot, and sometimes with great success comes a heavy burden. You know, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and I think the studio is just struggling with just getting in everything in on deadlines. Like, you only have so many employees. I work at an actual company. Obviously, this is my only job, guys. I have a life, but I work in a company, and I know what it's like when the employees are just outnumbered compared to the amount of workload. So I'm starting to feel like that's what's going on. But seriously, someone needs to, like, I don't know if they need to work or strike or what, but they, like, this is kind of like, it's a lose-lose for everybody, because now we don't get our most favorite animation scenes animated the right way, because you gotta understand, like, unless the show gets a reboot, this is it. This is what we get. Like, the animation, like, look at this fight against the three of them versus Dagon. Like, literally, the frames look like Nabito's curse technique, his innate ability. Like, that's how bad the frames were. It was like, I was like, are they slowing these down on purpose? They were barely moving. It was like 2 frames per video per second. It was horrible. It was bad. It was really bad, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to be a critique, but the anime is still good. The story is still really good, but sometimes just the action, I'm just like, all right, did they even try? Look, what are they drawing? Stick figures out there? But hey, man, this was just a little rant from me. You know, I don't like to talk too long, and I don't like to be too negative either, because I still want to continue watching season 2, and this is not by any means a bad thing. Hopefully they wrap it up and it gets better towards the season finale. We still have, I want to say, about half of the season to go, because I think the last season 1 was around 20 episodes here or there. So, you know, I'm still hopeful for it to conclude better than it's been going, because I see they've been falling off. This reminds me a lot of Hell's Paradise, because it started off really good in season 1. Then by the end of season 2, I was just like, wait, is that the end? Like, things became very abstract, and I'm like, all right, they ran out of budgets. They ran out of unlimited budget works. But hey, man, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Has the animation been bugging you guys? Do you feel like they've been rushing things? And what do you think is going to happen as far as like with the animation going forward? Leave a comment and let me know. But before you do that, remember to like, subscribe, share with a friend, guys. And as always, find your zen, your final form. I'll catch you in the next video, guys.
And I change clothes like my hoes. I love designer, and I change my flows like who knows. I want the commas, Benny Hannes.